Yakasha!
And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons to stay on top of our latest content, and feel free to leave a comment below. So hey everyone, David here again.
I'm William.
Okay, TK. We're here at Dynamic Disc IRC location in Trussville, Alabama. Their online presence is Iron City Disc. So I'm sure you've seen our other videos. You've seen where we've done ads for them and stuff too. One of William's sponsors. We're here today to record some commentary over one of William's rounds from back when he played AM Worlds up in Indiana back in June of this year. So I will let Will here introduce the person here too that's doing some guest commentary here for us today.
Yep, this is Tim Keith, two-time 60 plus.
MP60 plus.
Right, MP60 plus Worlds winner, 2 times.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here to help you all out. Do a little analysis of this video. Should be fun.
Well, happy to have you here with us, CK. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, how long you've been playing, all that good stuff.
Oh God, long time. So I was formerly an Ultimate player. Ultimate was my true background of disc sports. I played for 28 years competitively. Always played disc golf for fun, and decided to see how I could do in tournaments, and played my first tournament in '99, and AM tournament, AM Masters, 40 plus Masters, won that one and went straight to playing Pro Open. So I'd rather play for money than this. And here I am, how many years later?
Yeah,
a 2-time world champ. So.
Yeah, 2021 and 2022 MP60 World champion. So
it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a lot of great people. Just I've always been fascinated with flying objects, and I still am. I'll play as long as I can, as long as my body will hold up.
And you work here for the city. So
yeah, I work for the Park and Recreation Department here in Trussville and take care of the courses here. And it's kind of a cool gig. So I put the courses in before I started working for the city, and now I get paid to take care of them. So it's a win-win. So.
Yeah.
All right, so the first round I want to see here today is, of course, round 1. It was played at Princeton Country Club in Princeton, Indiana. Bumble, of course, I'll go ahead and say right off the top, I accidentally deleted tee shots on hole 1 when I was trying to make room on the rest of them, so you'll get to see that here in just a moment. So we'll get started here in just a second.
I stayed at Evansville on the way to Worlds this year.
Like you just stayed a night there?
Yeah,
so, Josh Meisenert, Matthew Parker, Zachary Tassoni, and William. I'm probably slaughtered a couple of those last names.
Yeah, I just stopped there on the way up. Halfway, kind of.
Okay, so here we're after the tee shot.
A little wide, definitely. Through a forehand, of course.
Yeah,
I think that one got away from me.
Yeah, that went a little long. I think he had a little nerves there here too in this opening hole.
That's not an easy putt from that distance.
Yeah, so I'll look at my notes here too. Tan hat, this is Josh, who's putting right now.
I think he was from Canada.
He was from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Sure was.
Looks beautiful. Oh, that's on an old ball golf course.
Yeah, it is. It's a country club. Yeah, a mall golf course.
It's,
nice.
A still working one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, got a little high. So I think he had a little nerves there on that one.
A little wind might have lifted that up a little bit.
Now this is Zachary. You're going to see he has a distinctive little tee shot style here in a minute. And this final one here too. This is Matthew Parker here in the.
From Florida. I played against him in the final 9 at 2021 NADGT. And it was funny because we got paired up at AM Worlds.
Yeah, and of course he starts off here strong with the birdie on this hole.
Right.
There we go. Ready to clean it up.
Cleaned it up.
Mm-hmm. So everybody putting out, so we start off Here's it again, Matthew with the birdies, Zach and Josh even, and Will.
Plus
Still early.
Plus one. That's all right.
Now this next hole here is the probably maybe the toughest hole statistically the entire week.
913 feet.
Yeah, 913. This one, which by the way, I love these tee pads. Some of these tee pads are interesting here, the way you have the little drainage thing built into
Is
it.
that drainage?
Yeah, it's because
Or is it grip tape?
no, it's
No,
drainage.
it's
It's
drainage.
actual
Yeah, it's
drainage
all-
down
That's
below
pretty
it.
cool.
So this one you're throwing pretty much all the way across the course. If I remember correctly, where it's OB on the right side there too, where the
Right,
grass.
where it cuts in from fairway to rough.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, you should have seen these OB descriptions. Like almost every hole was like a solid paragraph on the live scoring.
Oh, wow.
Gotta make it tough somehow. It's just open ball golf course.
Mhm.
Gotta put some OBs
True.
everywhere.
That's the thing about ball golf courses. They can be boring.
For sure.
Yeah. Plus, well, on top of that too, on this course, and also when we played at Mooney for DDO out in Emporia, the putting greens were also OB. And this was actually got a putting green at the end of this hole here, where the basket's actually the other side of the putting green. So you kind of like have a guardian spot almost right in front of the basket, and that made it even more challenging. Okay, I think serious we can see for the first time his little distinctive,
It's like a little left or right wind.
yeah, his little distinctive tee pad style here.
Oh, okay. In for a treat.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, nice. With the hat grab.
And he
It's
does
like
that-
Matty O grabbing the sunglasses. He grabs the hat.
He does that several times.
That was good.
Mhm. So if he makes Pro Tour, that's definitely going to be his trademark.
It's the only forehand.
And speaking of trademarks, Will and his forehand here. So
It is the forehand master.
yeah, there he is.
Josh for a
Mhm.
second. This hole is so long, and you have to have.
Is it just? Is it roped off, or is it just wide open?
It's just wide
It's just
open.
wide.
Okay, so it just how you can get there.
However you can get there.
Yeah,
right.
very much. You know, as long as you stay in bounds, of course, too. I mean, as I said, they've got the on there too, telling you precisely where the OBs are on this. The only thing they've roped off, of course, are like behind there where you get into the woods. Well, not be roped, but flagged off anyway.
This is a tricky hole for sure. Tricky. Where I am now is where the short pad was for this hole, so it's quite a difference between.
Yeah, it's the ladies'
Sure,
pad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Quite a difference
it's like
between.
you mashed that one. That was a good one.
The thing about it is, you mash it, you're still like 500 feet away from the basket.
Yeah.
It's just so long.
I mean, really, as long as it is, it probably should have been a 5, but they made it a 4.
Yeah, something. 900 feet. 913.
13, yeah.
Yeah, here's where I think Will got, if I remember, Will got in, because you think it's a good throw, but he wound up on the,
I think I was on the putting green.
yeah, you were on the putting green. You and a couple others wound up on the putting green too.
It's quite a.
Were they playing that OB?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was OB.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so they did that too, and also we were playing at Mooney out in Emporia, did the same thing. Both the courses on Mooney was the putting green for OB. There's one hole coming up here where it really comes into play. Almost makes the hole, like hole 5 here when we get to it, is almost as much of a, or is it 5?
I cannot remember.
5 or 6, might be 6 actually too, where it's more of a luck thing than anything else. There you go. It's not just on the tee pad he does that.
Yeah, he's talented. Isn't he?
It's, definitely some repetition
Yeah.
catching that hat.
Okay. Yeah, and here's Josh now.
There's third.
Now the basket is actually on the side of the hill behind the green.
Was it a blind shot?
Mhm.
Okay.
By the way, we're watching here too. You can probably see in the camera here too. We got what's your name again? Parker over here too. He's running the store, so he may comment too if he wants to.
There I was, just barely on the green.
Yeah,
Barely.
just barely.
Ooh, just skipped off the green. I played a few courses over my career on ball golf courses. I think one of my favorite was at Callaway Gardens a few years back. That was
Where's
pretty
that?
awesome. Down in near what is in Georgia, down across the line from Auburn, over in that area.
Oh, okay.
But that was a lot of fun. Of course, Kevin McCoy, obviously famous for his disc golf course design that course.
Right.
Yeah. And then of course you got OB, I say right here at the edge of the woods
Yeah,
too,
that's
so.
awesome. We got an hour.
Yes, we do. Now I'll go ahead and say, as everybody's approaching this here too, I did a little bit of looking on this. Of course, this one you had 336 players divided into two pools. That's just Pool A, which is the higher rated players, and the next day Pool B played this course. And between 336 players on this,
Wow.
there were a grand total of 3 birdies on this hole.
That's
I think I went double OB here. Cause it ropes around.
Yeah, you
on
did.
there.
You went behind there too, and it went OB back there on you. So.
it's kind of steep right there too. I can drop off.
Yeah, it is. It's a tricky hole. I mean, but it said 3 birdies on this 336 players over 2 days, and at least half of everyone had a bogey or worse.
No, we're disc golf.
So it was.
I know that number is on. I can call
So it was, probably a challenge, especially start off your Emeralds experience with this.
Yeah. So, were there any threes on this hole?
Good one.
Like I said, there were a grand total of 3 birdies.
3, okay.
And out of 336 players, there were 3
Wow.
birdies over 2 days.
That's not a lot.
So on that one, let's see, I mean, Matthew, Will had a double, Matthew had a 5, but Josh took a 7 on this.
Wow.
Only Zachary got out unscathed with a par, so it was, so that was a rough hole. And this is another one that's a long hole too, but this one there's, not nearly as many surprises as what hole 2 was.
Right, very, this one was much more forehand friendly.
Beautiful looking course.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. I mean, all of it was. I mean, it's like where we were at was very much stereotypical Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean,
flat.
flat and cornfields everywhere.
Oh yeah. I drove through so many cornfields going to Indiana.
Yeah.
I felt like I was driving through a damn maze.
Yeah.
That's all it was, just cornfields everywhere.
Well, that's what it was here. I mean, once you got outside of town, I mean, there was just huge cornfields, soybean fields, industrial farming going on. I mean,
no doubt.
there's one processing plant that was on the way to the course in Evansville, Meisner down there too, and it was like, nothing we see down here. We think we got agriculture down here, but it's nothing compared to up there in terms of scale. So what are you doing here, Will?
I'm throwing a Big Z nuke. Just trying to flex it, trying to get as far out as I can get out there. The right played a little more to my game, so I could just hyzer
Were they
back
playing
there.
the cart path OB?
I don't think it was OB.
Yeah, they were not
I don't think
consistent
there
with
wasn't-
how they treated cart paths.
There wasn't much OB on this hole, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think maybe the woods. I don't think even the woods were OB. I can't remember.
You go out in the woods, you're already in trouble enough.
Right.
Yeah, I think there were some places where cart path was, other places where it wasn't.
That was smushed. Definitely landing on that hill can be tough with your footing.
Yeah, and the thing
Yeah,
is,
that is-
you're also right below 17's basket, right?
It's so hard throwing on the edge of a hill like that. It's just hard to get your run up and get your foot planted.
Luckily, I got on top of it.
Yeah, nice.
Just another big forehand.
Yeah. I think a forehand on a hillside like that works out better than because I think you have more stability instead of having that run up trying to
Trying to twist your whole body.
twist. And,
Now the basket for this is way down here at the edge of the woods.
down to the left,
Yeah.
quite a few big tournaments here throughout the year, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, in the Evansville area.
Yeah, there he goes catching the hat again.
Catching the hat.
Yeah, they had a 8-tier, I think, right before Thanksgiving weekend. But I, you know, kind of toyed the idea of us going up there and playing it, but then that was the weekend of Blake's tournament, so. But I wouldn't mind going back up. Well, there's also one, I think, in Jonesboro that weekend too. But
It's not too far, only about 6 hours, if I remember correctly.
yeah, it's about 5.5 hours getting up there, so it's not. I mean, it's not a terribly long drive to go for an out-of-state tournament.
I'm thankful we're actually gonna have a master tour getting cranked up next year.
Yeah, we got one down in Foley for one of the events.
Yeah.
Those courses are crazy.
Here's Will, I think, going for this is your birdie putt here.
Right.
Almost. Yeah.
And I fell down.
Yeah.
That was the falling down in disgust.
This ain't the last time he does that, by the way, this round.
I am very animated.
William's fun
Very
to watch.
very passionate.
William can be fun to watch play.
Sometimes.
We all have our moments out there on the course.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm not fun to watch.
So go ahead and say on this one here, then let's put up Matthew.
All fours.
Matthew actually had a bogey,
Mm.
and everybody else had par.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take a little break here for a moment for this.
William here. Do you need a reliable, overstable driver, a couple extra putters, or just a cool wall hanger? Then check out Iron City Discs and their ever-growing selection. Head to IronCityDisc.com and use my discount code at checkout to save 10% off your order. And if you're in the Birmingham area, check out their 3 locations for even more great stuff. Iron City Discs. Step up your game.
And we're back with hole 4. This one's actually a normal looking hole at 268 par 3.
Normal looking.
Normal means it's not so it's going to really.
Will he catch his hat? Oh, it stayed on his head.
Yeah, he didn't need to throw it that hard. It only being 268. Yeah, so.
It's not very far.
Well, now I'm looking every time he throws, I want to see if he loses his hat.
Just throwing a nice approach disc to zone. Just forehanding it nice and soft down there.
Nice throw.
Zone's a good disc. I used to love to throw the zone when I could.
It's a great disc.
And you were just sponsored with Discraft for a long time.
13 years.
Yeah. Then they decided not to sponsor you right before you won your first world title.
Hey, their loss, not mine.
Yeah. Said they stopped sponsoring you, you've won 2 world championships since then. Yeah.
So obviously West Side discs are better than Discraft. Sorry, I had to do that.
Hey, you know, whatever works for you. But
You look pretty good.
yeah, so I said again, you got kind of a relatively easy. Okay, so it looks like the GoPro didn't pick up our conversation with TK starting at this point through the end of hole 6. So we're just going to go ahead and Will and I will here at the house finish doing this. So tell me a little about this hole again, Will.
This was a little short, just a forehand pitch basically, just through my zone and landed close. This one was not too bad. I think the only problem was one guy had a bogey. He just missed a couple putts.
Yeah, that would have been Zachary that had the problem on this hole.
Right. I think it's right here too.
Yeah, he just
Chunk.
just
Yeah.
off the top, and
Off
of
the
course
top.
it's downhill behind the basket, so unfortunately that kind of compounds the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So here he is, where his comebacker for par. And he just kind of missed everything on that one there, so. But and sometimes it's the way these holes can be that way, like that.
Do that.
Okay. Now here we got Josh,
Josh, the Canadian man.
the Canadian. Here he is now putting for, I think, his birdie.
He was drinking maple syrup the entire round.
Lined up and it dropped in. So no, actually that was his 3. So okay, that was a 3 for him. All right. So here you are with your birdie putt now. Uphill is about 15 feet. No problem.
Cash.
Nice too, Will.
No problem.
And then here comes Zach now to putt out for his 4 on this hole. And this is what makes things frustrating. You got a hole like this that just screams birdie, and yet
Yeah.
does not.
Sometimes the short ones are tough.
Yep. So Matthew's at even, Zachary 1 over, Will 2 over, and Josh 3 over as we head on to hole 5. Par 4, 635, and this is the one, I think. No, okay. It's okay. That's
Yeah,
next.
this is the big par 4 where you can't see the basket until you get right up on it.
Exactly. So, and there was, I guess, catching your eyes you were throwing.
Yep.
I don't know as far as you being faster. Sometimes I did have to frequently change the batteries out on this because,
I play pretty fast.
yeah. But plus I had to do a few battery changes, not necessarily because the battery was run down, but because these GoPro batteries tend to get hot, and especially on a day like today where it's about 95 degrees, that just compounds the problem. So,
Yeah.
so I had to make a few frequent changes out there as best I could between holes. So here's Josh now. And again, to point out, so this is the basket as you go down, essentially down the golf fairway here to the left of these trees, kind of left of center, and the basket is actually in the woods. That little grove looks like just to the left of the center where those trees I just mentioned are.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good little distance on this one.
Was par 4. I think this one got stuck in a tree.
Yeah, this one did. I think that's what I was pointing at here too, is trying to find where it went. And here's Zachary. See if he catches his hat on this one.
I don't think so. Normally just on backhands.
Yeah, just a forehand. Here they had to try to adjust it a bit at the end, but they just backhand. So I went kind of straight ahead towards it. Working it. Yep, and there we are now trying to fish Josh, his hat out, or his hat out, his disc out of the thing. I'm stuck on hats right now, I think. I don't know why I thought that'd be entertaining to go ahead and film this, but let's just show that even the best in the world can sometimes get stuck in trees. There's Matthew. He's got a lefty backhand. So down to the left side of the fairway. Jumping up to see where it landed. Now here we are with Josh. After we fished his disc out of the tree. Nice little backhand. Managed to avoid the low ceiling. He's down to getting close. And so then as we are walking along, he turns to me and asks me.
Were you his dad? He was watching.
I just thought I had to include this in here. I thought that was so hilarious. We were in Kansas. I got asked that several times. I got asked to picture twice. My response always is, I'm too poor looking.
Forehand approach with the zone. This green was kind of hard to access because it's on this cliffside, and right behind the basket, I'd say about 15 to 20 feet was just OB, so you couldn't blast past it. And also the low ceiling with those trees right there, hard green to access.
Yeah, it is in a way, I guess, kind of, with the OB, kind of reminds me a bit of like Jones East and Emporia the same way too, where it's largely an open course, but there's so much OB out there that it's very easy to get in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm just kind of guessing where everybody is. I hung well back, so we're having to try to stay out of the way.
It is hard to see in there.
Everybody is now putting out. Again, kind of hard to see from back here exactly who's doing what. But let's just go ahead and say that everyone did get a par on this hole. So, I mean, let's say 635. I mean, maybe not the hardest par 4, but not the easiest either by any means. So,
It's that green. It's so hard to access.
mhm.
Hard to get in there.
Yeah, so it's easy enough the first 500 feet or so. Then after that, it's trying to get up in the trees accurately.
Right.
So same scores we had coming into this hole. Now on a hole 6, and this one's really tricky. It's when you look at the stats, par 3, 330, you think, hey, that's an easy little ace run or birdie hole, but actually it's not.
Yeah.
Like you just threw here again.
Yep.
It's on
So
the
tell me
green,
why'd you
it
throw,
is.
or do you remember on this?
I probably threw a force. Just tried to get it up there. There's also there's a green out of bounds golf green right beside the basket.
Yeah, it's a. I mean, if you first look at this, you think, well, it seems simple enough. I mean, you throw across the pond here and we'll over these trees, but yeah, there is a golf green up there that's OB that's kind of guarding the basket. It's like to the left and up a little ridge above the green, about 20 feet. So
It's quite uphill, so it's a push.
yeah, I mean,
I throw it pretty
Well, it
hard.
said you had the
yeah,
option.
throwing pretty hard to get it
Yeah.
up and over get enough height on it to get over the bushes on the other side of the pond, and also up the hill to be where you're looking at the basket. But at the same time, there's not an awful lot of room up there that's not the green.
Right.
So it's quite a challenge to try to place it properly.
Yeah, I do. I definitely take a lot less time than most other people.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That we had quite a few people up here too that were every day. I felt almost like we're getting into Nico levels of taking their time. And then there was you that like, hey, get up there and throw and get off.
Right. That's what I do.
This is. So what's he going to do? Back or forward? He's going to do a backhand.
Backhand. Probably gonna catch his hat.
No,
Nope,
he
stayed on that time.
Stay it on this time. You didn't think you didn't have to rear it back as hard as you throw it.
Where you landed? I am out.
Okay.
I mean, I would rather check. Yeah.
Was a drop zone for Matthew. Never made it up to that upper level, so he had to go to the drop zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's one of the challenges. And so you can see here, there's not a ton of room up here for that green.
Mm-hmm. Backhand definitely plays more for this one because you can kind of crash into that hillside and it'll stick there. Hopefully not getting a roll down to that green. And I unfortunately landed in that green with a forehand. But it's all right.
But
Made
yeah,
the putt.
bangs home the big putt for circle 3 on that.
That's right. Saving my par.
You're just like quite a few times during the week there too. Why couldn't you hit that one? It was for 2, for 3 for a birdie.
Unfortunately, I found all those golf greens that day.
Yeah, it can. It's almost like they're almost bigger magnets at times than trees are. It seems like.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just bangs off for Zach. Great throw. Had the best throw of everybody up there too. Chance for the birdie, but it just doesn't want to fall. Hey, Will. And as everybody puts out, everyone picked up a par except Josh, who had 4. It was only a second bogey of the day, so he was very consistent on that so far on this hole. No, didn't he have a? Wait a minute, did he? No, I'm sorry, it's Matthew. It wasn't Josh. It was Matthew.
Yeah.
Wrong place. All right, we'll be right back.
Hey, it's William. Do your hands get sweaty so that this happens to you? Then check out Dry Flight Golf Sacks. They'll help you keep your grip with a wide variety of designs. They also make great player pack editions, and you can request custom prints to suit your needs. Go to dryflightgolfsacks.com and use my code to save 10% on your order. Dryflight, hang on tight.
All right, so back with our hole 7, par 3, 430. But this one's got a pond on it too. It comes into play.
Oh, on the right.
Right, and it's over to the right as well.
Yeah, and you've also got an OB line back there in that soybean field too.
Yeah.
To the left up ahead.
Well, everything in front of the green is safe. That's the
Yeah,
price.
there's some pretty area up there. No, I love that. Peoria was a cool town.
That's where it is next year.
Yeah, Emerald is Peoria, yep.
This coming year?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you'll love it.
Well, Emeralds Plus and Juniors is with it same week, same time too, this time for it, so.
Yeah. Yes, fun courses.
Yeah, we got a 13-year-old in Jasper he's been playing maybe 6-7 months and he's already doing great, takes it seriously and stuff too, that.
Awesome.
Maybe a little too serious.
He worships it. Oh my goodness, it's like every single time.
Are you going?
Damn, Worlds again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna move up?
Well, he played out there at NADGT Nationals and, did cash for $200, but it's like, yeah, that's not worth giving up your AM status over.
Yeah.
Maybe one more year, and.
All right, dude, come on. Lose your hat, man. Lose your hat.
Not on a forehand.
Plus, I mean, the way things are, being rated right now at 955, you kind of get into ratings hell when it comes to trying to get into to EGPT events like that too, where, it's based on rating when you can sign up. By the time you get down there, the spots like maybe all gone, so.
Hopefully y'all get to play Northwoods Black. That's a beast
Yeah.
of a course.
I know it.
Well, next
It's
year
very
too.
fair though,
Yeah.
but you gotta execute some shots on it.
Well, next year, I know,
Don't go that
A
way.
little high.
Kansas, they're bringing GBO itself back. It's going to be a separate weekend from DDO, and so it's going to be an M-only event that end of April, and because he's still trying to decide if he want to play that weekend, that or Jonesboro or up at Kudzu, one of those three. But I imagine next year GBO is going to be, the MA1s will probably get to play Country Club up there,
Mhm.
and maybe even Jones Gold, so we could maybe play the pro courses. So yeah, this one, in addition, and as if by the way, if the pond wasn't enough, you got a putting green by the basket too, so.
That's a good pin placement, something like that.
Yeah, you got a double jeopardy there between the pond and the green.
Oh yeah, you can get that Natchez rollaway all the way down the water too there.
Yeah, I think you landed on the green, but your tee shot for this round.
My goodness. Oh yeah, I remember that first day. Yeah, I kept finding all the greens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
But you made, now you got a long putt here coming back here for par, which you.
That's Matthew.
That's Matthew comes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I was too far away.
I think you did have a pretty good comebacker putt. I think you were in the shade up here. Keeping in mind, of course, I've seen all these and stuff too, while putting all these videos together. So,
Yeah, sure.
you just have the memory of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that far. I wasn't.
Nah.
15, 20 feet.
Yeah.
So there we go, good putt.
Pick it up. Kept finding those greens.
Yeah, so they really added a wild card sort of element to the round.
I think this was his bird.
No, nobody had a bird on this one. See, you and Matthew
No,
both
yeah.
had, you and
Yeah.
Matthew had bogeys,
Did a
and
good job shot.
Zach and Josh both had pars on it.
Mhm.
So on to hole 8. par 3, 405.
Reach.
Right. This one's like in between a tree.
Yeah, so you see that grove of trees almost like just right of center. The basket is in there,
Yeah. It's like in it.
like literally in it.
Like the winters are relatively calm at the moment.
Not too bad. It's right at it.
What's your go-to driver?
The force.
Force?
Yeah. Like forces.
Yeah, I used to love the Force. Had one, especially when it was pretty seasoned in, just flip up.
Oh yeah.
Just hold it.
Yeah.
So when do you switch over to the Nuke usually?
Like when I'm nuke is usually when I
There you go.
just want I can start it right on a forehand and it'll turn and turn.
Yeah,
And
it's well
it's a
done.
big huge flex for max distance.
Forces and neutral are big, big drivers. Well, forces obviously when the deal will win.
Right. Right.
Neutral was
exactly.
calmer.
Right.
So what are you throwing here? Is it
I'm throwing force.
force? So why did you like about the force?
It's just, it is really reliable. I can just throw it as hard as I can and it's not gonna turn and burn on me at all.
They will not do that.
They are very reliable. And once you do season it in, you know what it's gonna do. It flies just about perfect.
That's why so many people throw.
So yeah, as you probably, well, if you can make it out from back here from where we're sitting at too, yeah, the tree is in between those trees that are just off on the right side.
It's a little hot.
Are you throwing all this crap, or are you having?
Yep, all this craft. All of it. I don't got a mystery disc or anything.
Oh, it's like I kind of forgot to do the little fades on these. Have to do that one. Redo this.
For birdie.
Yeah.
A little low.
And a roll
ceiling.
back.
Yeah, I didn't get too far away. Pretty low ceiling from that angle probably.
It's tucked in between those two trees. Like I would want to see it. I
Yeah.
don't have limbs all hanging down. I would have to say, like one on them, I would have to trim that up.
Yeah.
My theory on trees and baskets around trees, if I'm walking under it and it can hit my head, it needs to come up, it needs to come out. You should be able to have a good look at it, no matter where you're at, other than the main
Yeah, the big
tree
trunks.
trunk itself.
All right, so it's hole 8. Josh took a 4 on that one. Everybody else had a par. And now on to hole 9.
Halfway through.
382.
This one's righty backhand.
And as you can see, by the way, we're now right by the road, so it gets pretty loud here at times with some of the cars and trucks going by.
Taking it right to the cart path to tee pad.
Right.
I think it's so. Yeah, it's Will.
Yeah. It's William, Matthew, then Joshua.
I was keeping a scorecard for everybody, by the way, as being useful. It's not just being in the way.
Backhands.
Yeah, the bane of your existence, backhands. You throw much better backhands than you give yourself credit for. You really do.
Yeah, I saw you. Saw you pop a few backhands yesterday. Well, you definitely got it.
I didn't like that
You
one.
definitely got the flick, so you should on the off season. You should really work on your backhand.
Where'd you go play at yesterday up here? G-Dub?
Yeah, no, I played with them in Trussville.
Oh, Trussville? Okay.
Yeah.
We had a little
7
double
10. Yeah.
get together.
There you go.
That's a hard shot.
Mhm.
You turn over like that.
That's good, right?
I couldn't remember if the car path played over. I don't think it did because you had to cross over it at one point.
And this one's got OB. I think, on the- This one's got OB on the left side by these trees in the weeds over here too, so. So you're not just merely in trouble if you go off to the left of the weeds, you're actually OB as well.
Yeah.
And we spent some time looking for a couple of discs out here, I think. I don't know if it's this round or
Bless you.
I think that one's going on the
the
weeds.
Saturday round, but we,
Oh, short. Got it a bit low. Just a nice forehand approach.
Yep.
so what'd you throw for that?
Just a zone.
I was gonna say, I bet it was a zone.
Yeah, most of the time. I think I threw that one a little far.
Where's your most overstable fairway drop?
Raptor. I like throwing Raptors. They're not that overstable, but if you can find a good run of them, they can be. Well, I say
got
they
some,
made.
I have some first run Raptors that are like
Just bounced
nasty overstable.
Yeah, but they now they made the captain's Raptor now,
Yeah.
more overstable version of
What
it.
about your mid? What's your most overstable mid? The zone?
Nah, Buzz OS.
Buzz OS, yeah.
That's
Biggest money.
yeah, that's probably my favorite mold that Discraft makes. Honestly, I love that thing so much.
Yeah, bar replaced my Buzz OS. They're nasty overstable too.
You want to receive?
Way so good.
Yeah,
But-
Par.
Yeah, it was his first par and he saved it.
He did.
Yeah, his might have been the one we were looking for a bit.
Maybe.
You have to restart, so once you get.
Yep, I did throw it a little deep.
$18.99 purchase.
Doesn't look too far though.
Oh,
Ooh, it's in. I wonder how it stays in.
That's right.
I've been forcing myself lately, especially this past year, start using my putter. One of my putters is just a judge to throw a lot of up shots with. Just kind of know they're gonna come in a lot softer, not high, and get a skip.
Yeah.
I found that has worked well for me. I
And
never used to
so,
throw putters, and I see people throwing putters all the time, and it's like, I'm gonna start doing that.
let me see. Yeah, actually, well, I mean, no, let me see. No, Matthew had a birdie on that one.
Okay,
It
good.
was his birdie putt, and everybody else parred. Okay.
Oh, that was the.
So that's the end of the front nine on this one. And I hope you all join us back here for the back nine here in just a moment. Or whenever I release this. I'll probably wait a day or two before I release the back nine, just give everybody time to consume this one first. So hope you all join us for the back nine here in the next day or two.
Yeah, that was good. It was a pleasure.
No.
Appreciate the
Yeah.
invite.
Yeah, no
No.
problem, TK.
Okay.